Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started unit number 2 metal ligand bonding in transition metal complexes from the paper number 9 inorganic chemistry, and in last video we have discussed about the factors affecting magnitude of crystal field splitting, in which we have studied about the oxidation state of metal, then position of metal in periodic table, then nature of ligand and geometry of complex. And now we will see what are the high spin and low spin octahedral complexes of cobalt 3, that is cobalt 3 plus ion. Before starting this, first we will see the details about high spin and low spin, that is what is high spin complex and what are low spin complex. Then what is the coordination geometry? In the case of CN4, then the geometry is a tetrahedral one, and tetrahedral complexes are always high spin complexes. And in case of CN4, the geometry is also available in square planar form, and square planar complexes are always low spin complexes. But in case of CN6, the geometry is octahedral one, and high spin and low spin nature in case of octahedral complex depends on the position of central metal ion in the periodic table. Suppose that is central metal ion occurs from first row transition series, that is 3D series or 4D series or 5D transition series, then it may be high spin or low spin. Suppose if transition element is coming from first row, that is 3D series, then depends on the nature of ligand and metal, it is either high spin or low spin. So in the case of high spin complex, the ligands are always weak field ligand, fluorine F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, Im minus, then that complexes are high spin complex. And in case of low spin, the ligands are always strong field ligand, that is Cn minus and CO, carbon monoxide. So this is the condition to form high spin and low spin complex in the case of 3D transition series. But in case of second row and third row transition series, that is 4D series and 5D series, that complexes are always low spin complexes. So this is the main condition to form high spin or low spin complexes. Then next we will see what are weak field ligands. Then what are the weak field ligands? The ligands which cause only a small degree of splitting of d orbitals are called weak field ligands. That is, due to the presence of ligand, the splitting of d orbitals is very small, then that ligands are called weak field ligand. And what is strong field ligand? So in the case of strong field ligand, that is those which are with large negative charges and those which can approach the metal ion closely and cause a large splitting of d orbitals are called strong field ligand. So in the case of strong field ligand, the splitting of d orbital takes place extensively large, but in case of weak field ligand, the splitting of d orbital takes place in small quantity. Also we have studied that is factors affecting crystal field splitting parameter. First one, that is nature of ligand. So in the case of nature of ligand, we have studied that there is one spectrochemical series. So in the case of spectrochemical series, there are weak field ligands at the starting position, that is I minus, Br minus, Cl minus, up to water, all these are weak field ligand. And after water, that is NCS minus, pyridine, ammonia, ethylene diamine, Cn minus and CO, all these are strong field ligands. So ligands up to water are weak field ligands and tend to result in high spin complex. So high spin complex will formed when we use the weak field ligand. And after water, ligands are strong field ligands and tend to result in low spin complex. So low spin complex when we use the strong field ligand. For example, in case of CO3 plus, when it is a free state, then all the d orbitals are degenerate in nature. But when the complex is formed high spin due to the weak field ligand, then it obeys Hund's rule, and there is a small distance between T2G level and EG level. But in case of low spin complex, there is a large difference between T2G and EG, and all the electrons goes into the T2G because it does not obey Hund's rule. So this is the basic difference between high spin and low spin complexes. Then we will see condition to form high spin complex and low spin complex. But first we will see what are the high spin complexes. When pairing energy is greater than 10 dq value, that is pairing energy is greater than 10 dq value, then complex is known as high spin complex, which is also called weak field case. It is highly paramagnetic and comparatively more labile, that is reactive. So in the case of high spin complex, main condition is pairing energy is greater than 10 dq value, and in case of low spin complex, main condition is when pairing energy is less than 10 dq value, then complex is known as low spin complex. So this is the main condition. It is also called strong field case. It is stable. Low spin complexes are stable and mostly diamagnetic in nature or poor paramagnetic in nature. So this is the main condition for high spin complex and low spin complex. Then we will specifically see with the example of cobalt. So in the case of electronic configuration of cobalt having atomic number 27, electronic configuration that is argon 3d7 4s2, and in case of cobalt 3 plus ion, electronic configuration is argon 3d6 4s0. So in the case of cobalt 3 plus, so this is a d6 case. So we will see what are the high spin and low spin in cobalt 3 plus ion. So in case of high spin complex, example is COF6 3 minus. So this is a d6 case. In case of high spin, ligands are weak field, so there is a small difference or distance between T2G and EG is very small, and it obeys Hund's rule. So all the 6 electrons first goes into the T2G singly, and after into EG singly, and remaining 1 electron goes into the T2G. So it perfectly obeys Hund's rule. So these complexes are called as high spin complex. And in case of low spin complex, there is a large difference between T2G and EG level. So in case of low spin, ligand strength is increased. Ammonia is a stronger ligand, and due to this it does not obey Hund's rule, and all the electron goes into the T2G level, and EG level is a empty one, and this structure is called as low spin complexes. So overall, in case of high spin and low spin, we have studied that in case of high spin, main condition is crystal field stabilization energy is less than pairing energy. So in the high spin complex, pairing is not possible. For example, in case of COF6 3 minus, that is we have studied in previous slide, it perfectly obey Hund's rule due to the small distance between T2G and EG, and first electron goes into T2G level and then goes into the EG level. So these complexes are called as high spin complex or spin free complex. But in case of low spin complex, for example COCN6Cn minus is also strong field ligand. In case of COCN6 3 minus, there is a large energy gap between T2G level and EG level, and it does not obey Hund's rule. All the electron goes into the T2G level. So this complexes are called low spin complex or spin paired complex. Another name for low spin is spin paired, and another name for high spin is a spin free. This is the another diagram for explanation only. So in case of high spin complex, example is COF6 3 minus and condition is crystal field stability energy is less than pairing energy. And in case of low spin complex, example is CONS6 3 plus and CFC crystal field stability energy is greater than pairing energy. So this is the main difference between high spin complex and low spin complex. So we concluded that in case of high spin it is also called as weak field case, and in case of low spin it is called as strong field case. In case of high spin there is a 4 unpaired electron, in case of low spin there is a 0 unpaired electron. High spin it is also called as paramagnetic case or labile complex. In case of low spin it is a diamagnetic and inert complex. In case of high spin, main condition is pairing energy is greater than 10 dq value, but in case of low spin pairing energy is less than 10 dq value, so pairing is possible. An example of high spin is COF6 3 minus and low spin is CONS3 6 3 plus. Then next point we will see crystal field stabilization energy calculation, that is CFSC. We know that in case of octahedral splitting takes place, that is T2G having lower energy and EG is having higher energy. So in the case of crystal field splitting in an octahedral complex, all the d orbitals are degenerate in initial state, free ion state, but when ligands approaches towards them, then splitting takes place and T2G is stabilized and EG is destabilized. So here T2G stabilized by minus 4 dq times and EG stabilized by plus 6 dq times. So this is the CFSC or crystal field splitting in octahedral complex. We know that is EG, the higher energy set of orbital, it contains dz square and dx square minus y square lobes, and T2G, the lower energy set of orbital, it contains dxy, dyz and dxz, and delta O or 10 dq means the energy separation between the two levels. The EG orbitals are repelled by an amount of 0.6 delta O or plus 6 delta dq, and T2G orbitals to be stabilized to the extent of 0.4 delta O or minus 4 dq value. Then we will see that is the decrease in energy. What is CFSC? That is the decrease in energy of metal ion caused by splitting of the energy levels is known as the crystal field stabilization energy, and it is expressed in terms of crystal field splitting parameter. And what are the parameters? That is delta O, delta octahedral value or 10 dq value. Then we will see when the electron distribution in the d orbitals of the metal ion in an octahedral field, then that case is known as, or the corresponding crystal field stabilization energy can be calculated for only octahedral complexes. That is, when the electron distribution in the d orbitals of the metal ion in an octahedral field is known, then the corresponding crystal field stabilization energy can be calculated. So in the case of octahedral case, initially d orbitals are degenerate, that is in the free ion state, but in the complex form T2G orbitals are stabilized by minus 4 dq times and EG orbitals are destabilized by plus 6 dq times. So the energy difference between the T2G and EG orbitals is defined as delta octahedral value or 10 dq value, and there are 3 T2G levels and 2 EG orbitals. Then the T2G orbitals lie 4 dq below the average energy, that is the barycenter point, and the EG orbitals lie plus 6 dq above the average barycenter point as shown in this diagram. Then we will see actual calculation of crystal field splitting energy in case of octahedral complex. So in case of octahedral complex, the calculation takes place with the help of number of electrons in T2G and number of electrons in EG. So the configuration is T2G X and EG Y. X represent number of electrons present in T2G orbital and Y represent number of electrons present in EG orbital. So net energy of the configuration relative to the average energy of the orbital is calculated by using the formula minus 0.4 times number of electrons in T2G X plus 0.6 times Y. Y means number of electrons in EG, multiply by delta octahedral value, and delta octahedral is nothing but 10 dq value. Then in case of, that is after T3 case, if in weak field, that is weak field means delta octahedral value is less than pairing. So in the weak field pairing is not possible, and electronic configuration is T2G3 and EG1 in case of D4 case suppose. And in case of strong field case, delta octahedral value is greater than pairing and pairing is possible, and electron configuration becomes to T2G4. And P means pairing energy, that is pairing energy, and the definition of pairing energy is, or when pairing is possible, when pairing occurs the electron experiences a strong Coulombic repulsion, and this is called the pairing energy, and it is represented by P. So CAPC for an octahedral complex overall equation is CAPC is equal to minus 0.4 times number of electrons in T2G plus 0.6 times number of electrons in EG multiplied by delta octahedral value. If crystal field stable energy is greater than pairing energy, then pairing occurs, and if CAPC value is less than pairing energy, CAPC means crystal field stabilization energy, is less than pairing energy, then no pairing occurs. For example, in D5 system, then in case of D5 system, suppose it is a low spin complex, then it does not obey Hund's rule. There is a large energy gap between T2G and EG. All the electron goes into the T2G orbital. And in case of high spin complex, it obeys Hund's rule. There is a small energy gap between T2G and EG, and it obeys Hund's rule. So electron goes singly into T2G and then into the EG. So this is the D5 system. Then another example, in case of octahedral complex, suppose in case of CO3 plus D6 case, electron configuration for low spin complex is T2G6 EG0, and CAPC calculation takes place by the equation minus 0.4 times number of electrons in T2G6 plus 0.6 times number of electrons in EG0 multiply by delta octahedral, that is 6 into 0.4. Then overall solution is minus 2.4 times delta octahedral value. So this is the CAPC for the CO3 plus complex which is in low spin state. For example, in case of CO2 plus case D7, then electron configuration is T2G5 and EG2. So in the case of T2G5 and EG2, suppose this is a high spin complex, then CAPC calculation takes place by using the formula minus 0.4 times number of electrons in T2G5 plus 0.6 times number of electrons in EG multiply by delta octahedral, and overall solution is minus 0.8 times delta octahedral. So this is the CAPC calculation. Then also we will see another example. Suppose in the case of D4 case, suppose first one is a, that is weak field case or high spin case. So in case of high spin complex, electron distribution takes place in T2G3 and EG1. In case of high spin, there is a small energy gap between T2G and EG level, and it obeys Hund's rule. so electron goes singly into the first T2G and then into the EG. So here 3 electron goes into the T2G level and 1 electron goes into the EG level, and CAPC calculation takes place by using the formula, that is CAPC is equal to minus 0.4 times number of electrons in T2G plus 0.6 times number of electrons in EG, and overall solution is CAPC value is minus 0.6 times delta octahedral value. But in case of strong field or low spin case, that is delta octahedral is greater than pairing energy, so here pairing is possible and it does not obey Hund's rule. There is a large energy gap between T2G level and EG level, and all electron goes into the T2G level, so all the 4 electron goes into the T2G level, and electron configuration is T2G 4 EG 0, and CAPC value is minus 1.6 delta octahedral plus 1 pairing energy, so overall is minus 1.6 delta octahedral plus 1 p. So this is the crystal field stability energy for D4 case. So overall, in case of octahedral and tetrahedral, in case of octahedral the crystal field splitting takes place, that is T2G is stabilized by minus 4 dq value and EG is destabilized by plus 6 dq value, and reverse phenomena occurs in the case of tetrahedral case. So this is the details about the high spin and low spin complexes of cobalt 3+ ion, and also crystal field stability energy in the case of octahedral complexes. So thank you all of you for listening this video.